walk, started the dogs off. Time to hide. Good morning, Romans. Super excited. Start of a new vlog. I'm in Agadir. I'm just about to jump on a bus. It's another CTM special. I don't know whether I'm going premium, but I'm definitely going comfort. So they're building new stations around here, the WWII, etc. But it's yeah, it's a work in progress, but it's fast and efficient. There's a check-in service. I've got a pre-booked ticket, so really looking forward to the journey to Marrakesh. Apparently we're going to go through the mountains, so I'm really looking forward to that, the first part of the journey. So hopefully I can get some footage. Yay! Lots of development in Agadir. I was trying to work out what that big structure is over there. I think it's a football stadium, or some type of stadium. It's massive, whatever it is. Can't wait to see the mountains. So Romans, we're having a little bit of a look at the geology of Morocco as we go by. The colours of the mountains are absolutely amazing. Changes as you go through the different types of rocks. There was one road, the boulders were so big, I don't know how they, you know, if a boulder rolled down, it was bigger than a truck, bigger than a bus, huge boulders. But yeah, a bit more of a modern truck stop, this one. About 5k out now. It's been a good journey. Lots of agriculture here, olive farming, etc. Beautiful landscape. Reminds me of what I've seen on the TV in the past of America, you know, Death Valley and all those sorts of places. Vipers and coyotes and stuff. But it ain't, it's Morocco. So I'm really glad to have seen it. Make that 25k. We're way off here. Oh my god, that's a palace. I think it's changed a lot since I was here 10 years ago. When you look at the map of the city, it looks huge. Job done. So got off the bus, got me bags, getting away from the station. Can I just do a short walk to the train station because there's a bus that goes here to the edge of the souk where I'm staying. So that seems the best idea at present. It may change. God, I actually feel like I need the exercise today. How bizarre is that? Awesome Marrakesh. And I actually think I might get some dinner before I go into the souk. It's 4:10 now, so then I can go in there and chill out because I haven't had anything to eat since breakfast, so that's probably the plan. Get a bit closer, get some grub, enjoy the walk. And there it is in the distance, the giant wall of the souk where I'm staying. Impenetrable by most vehicular access. So this place is called Bab Dukla. There's the WWII area, which is a local bus station. and it's also on the edge of the souk, so it's a lovely park over there. It looks good. See if I can get some grub now. Inside the souk we go. Well, this ain't so posh, this is just a lived souk. Awesome. Try and stick to the side of the wall because it's going to be well busy dodging through there with big bags on me. So, we'll do what we can. Anyway, I better concentrate in case I get run over, innit? Aye! As far as getting food is concerned, the guy back there saying this is kind of tea time, so basically those guys are sitting around drinking tea, so I'm going to have to find somewhere specific. Morning! Wow, lots of fish and chips. It's like a lentil dish. Vegetarian, aubergine, tyres. This is how I like it. Loads of smells and sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff, mate, to roam around it. Yeah. Anyway, we're only 5 minutes out, so out of one hotel and into another. Oh my god. That blanket, I've seen better in Battersea Dog Zone. Private. Nice. Let's go up onto the roof. I am now, I'm here. Just walked from the bus station. Heart's pumping, you know.
You're from India, I take it?
Yeah, I live in Australia. I come from East London. Yeah, how about you?
I live in
You know Stratford?
yeah,
Leytonstone, next one, that's where I come from. That's where I was born.
I used to put West Ham,
Oh! Yeah! God, being hungry and looking at all this stuff ain't helping. There's a whole different level of tourist savviness here from the people, so it goes from complete, you know, nonchalance, oh whatever, you know, you're a tourist, to yes, we need your money, I've got first sale of the day and all that. So in the distance here, the Jemaa el Fna, it looks like it's got a lot of scaffolding on it. You want to get a head of steam up here, mate, you've got to go outside the wall, eh? Go right outside the wall, get them legs stretched, get them heart points up. Well, if I go to the Jemaa el Fna now, see the big square and all that, then that's pretty much the main thing done. Then I can chill, can't I? Organise a few trips, save some money. So lots and lots, covered, uncovered, trinkets, bangles, a much grander scale than in Massaria, obviously. It's kind of good really, because I recognise a lot of the stuff. It's like being at home, isn't it? Look, here's your little Aladdin's lamps. There's your bangles, here's your dresses. So, Romers, this is what I remember. This is why I come here. Well, one of the reasons, it's a good place to catch a bus somewhere else, but this is Jemaa el Fna, the big square. There's the tower over there, and this is the place of timeless interest. Fruit and veggies at the moment, and then as the evening goes on and it gets darker, it changes. Henna, snakes, things flying around, people doing tricks, all manner of stuff. Got your horse and cart section over there, etc, etc. So it's 6:15, I still haven't got anything to eat, but you know, I tell you what, it's been so good having that lovely breakfast for a few days. Really spoilt me, that comped cheese and those olives, oh my god, delicious. So excited to be here, I can hardly believe it. Every time like I get up and I know I'm going somewhere else, it's like yeah, it's going to be fantastic, and it always is. It's always so good, so new and fresh. You know, you surf that energy, don't you? You surf the energy of wonder and excitement and new discoveries. It's just wonderful. Now, hopefully I don't get no Google copyright for this, so I think that was #1 in the hit parade a couple of weeks ago, but I think it's a new mix. Mikey boy. Yeah, so basically I think to maintain one's sanity you need some time in the Jardins, the ville, every day, you know, spend some time in the garden, chill out, spend some time on the roof, but it is going to be interesting walking around day and night. Maybe go for a walk early in the morning, see what happens. So I pulled into a place near the restaurant, out of the Medina. It's a little bit noisy, it's got a bit of music playing in the background. Hopefully it ain't all copyright and all that. Am I really that bothered about it? No, not that much. But it's called La Berber. English menu is available, and there is a menu français, and it is, I've gone for hummus, salad and fries. So looking pretty good. On some nice breads, and then we'll see what happens later. I really fancy some hummus though. After yesterday's gigantic falafel party, I'm not sure I want any more. So yeah, just taking it easy. Got my main man over there helping me. So in the background over there is Jemaa el Fna. I think it's about, I don't know, a kilometre and a bit. Oh, that's it there. Maybe there's a few of them. That looks like it. It's got a scaffolding on it. Anyway, how awesome is this? Geezer's got a bit of a money pot here. It's a bit disgusting, but I think it's best not to look too much. It's a bit gross, you know what I mean? Can't believe those mountains in the background. I don't know how well you can see them, but they've got snow on them. Atlas Mountains. There's nothing more Moroccan than this, is there? You're going to be famous. How awesome. I guess if you get a dodgy room and you've got a roof like this, it makes up for it all, doesn't it? Don't have to worry too much. Wonderful. Haven't heard this before anywhere else. I've been here. Good morning from the city of Morocco. This place is unreal. That room is about as comfortable as it looks. Stinks of piss. And the bed was weird, but I think it's just a comparison. One night I'm in like a 3-star hotel, big double bed, AC, la la la, and the next night you're somewhere else. You've got to recalibrate, innit? View makes up for it. Gonna be a good day. So Romans, I was looking on the map last night, thinking about what I'm gonna do while I'm here in Marrakesh. Got 5 nights. So I have been here before, so a lot of the stuff which is popular and on people's to-do list here I've done. And from what I've seen and what I experienced when we drove yesterday, Marrakesh 10 years later is much bigger, much more touristy and developed, but considering the places are the same and the streets are as narrow as they were, it's really, really busy, and some of the queues for some of these places are enormous. So I'm not going to be looking to do most of the normal things here, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be walking around the souks, you know. I've got to eat and drink and find my way around, etc, etc. I've booked a trip for Sunday to the Ourika Valley, which is tomorrow. I might book another one for the day after. They're pretty inexpensive. It's like 20 euros a night to stay here, which is like 220 dirhams, and 20 euros for each trip. So we will find our way. But it's not like, oh, here's the beach, there's the fort and all that kind of stuff, because I really do not want to do stuff I've done before. So I'm excited to be here. We will make the most of it, and I hope I'm talking loud enough. It's just an awesome place. If it clears up and the haze goes away, see those mountains in better detail will be enough in itself. I think because there seems to be like a, you know, people talk about the madness of the souks, etc, etc, and then, you know, you come up to these rooftops to relax and all that. I think that's just a thing that they create. Yeah, let's go on a trip out of the city, you know, get away from the Medina. I'm pretty chilled wherever I am, so I think I just need to maybe walk a bit slower. And, you know, if you haven't got a goal, if you're not going to see anything, then the time is your own, isn't it? So that is my philosophy for surviving the great Marrakesh. Oh, started the dogs off. Time to hide. Yeah, so things are pretty much different in the morning here. People are going to work. Don't normally see many tourists about. It's pretty a place of commute and breakfast and stuff. Anyway, for some strange reason, I'm on my way to the European War Cemetery. It's about colonialism, about expats, and yeah, somewhere I haven't been, so that's where I'm going. So, out through the Medina walls. That's the supermarket I went to last night, same brand as Ourika. Pretty decent. Souk, salam. Taxi stand. Eating area. We are heading down that road over there, I reckon. Traffic here is pretty multi-dimensional, or multi-directional, should I say. It's not exactly the metaverse, but you know, people have their own ideas about reality. Oh, the crane operators are down low on these. God, they look so sketchy. Counterbalanced by a few concrete blocks. It seems to work though, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get on to the cemetery. There's a lot of generals here apparently. A lot of French generals and all those sort of things, so we'll see what we can learn or understand about the great country of Morocco and its historical past. How did it become shaped to the land it is today? I think that's a question I'm asking myself actually. What happened to me? Why am I here? That is a beautiful new mosque. Looks absolutely crisp. So this massive wall I'm following here is the perimeter wall for the cemetery. I was just speaking to one of the taxi drivers and noticed all the cars are yellow, as in that one there. And I said to him, he said, is that the colour of the sands? And he said, yeah, le couleur de Sahara. Colour of the sands. So, and I was really surprised how much desert kind of landscape there is. You would have seen that anyway if I left any of that in on the video. It is barren outside the cities and where the river streams are and the well areas. Anyway, oh, there's a Carrefour, looks like breakfast. So Le Garde de Cemetery is after a few dirhams. I said, look, no, I don't have my family, I'm not in the army, but I'm here to look at all these people. 1914, 1918 war. Born in 1895, died in 1966. We've got a number of medals, all that type of stuff. It's in a bit of disrepair. I doubt if it's the the favourite part of Moroccan life in Marrakesh, you know what I mean? I mean, it smacks of colonialism. And what did the generals do? What did the generals do to the Moroccan people and all that? Anyway, let's have a look. But God, can you imagine coming on a pilgrimage from France to see your grandfather's or your great-grandfather's or great-grandmother's tomb? What a place. It does have a lot of presence. I feel a bit bad because I'm walking about with a baguette and a yogurt drink, but do I feel bad now? Don't eat the dead, mate. Yeah, so there's a lot of family graves and a lot of singular graves. Excuse my baguette. Famille Jemaa, Famille Carolo. Beautiful tree. Some kind of acacia, I'm guessing. Never seen leaves so fine. Jean Jovis. Ici repose Jean Joseph. Décédé le 1942. If you come here walking and you've got socks on, you're going to be picking seeds out your socks for the rest of the day, I reckon. God, I wonder what it's like living overlooking a cemetery. How odd. I suppose someone's got to, haven't they? They might turn it into a park one day. Well, that monument in the middle looks new. So I guess now we're leaving the family and just, you know, normal civilian cemetery. And by the look of those crosses and the way they're laid out, I'd say this is the military section. Yeah, for sure that all these crosses have the military ranking. Adjutant, captain, chef de battalion, ancien militaire, Salomon Philippe, BIMP, B-I-M-P, whatever that is, Sergeant Chef Ami de l'air. Right, I think we've got all this covered. I'm going to have a little look around the back and see what those other sections are amongst the trees. So, an unmistakable set of walls this time. Ones with very sharp barbed wire and watchtowers. It's not listed on Google Maps, but this is a local prison. It's full of, from the outside, places that look very much like that. But there's loads of bars on the windows. So that is your local prison. And that looks like a mulberry tree. It's absolutely full of fruit. I just looked down, I reckon the birds have been crazy on that. That looks gorgeous. This place is really fumey as well. The other two places were by the coast, constant sea breezes. Notice a difference here, that's for sure. Anyway, I've seen another park I want to go to. Kev, why are you spending your time walking around parks? It's like the flower market area, which is a bit of a surprise, but beautiful. Lots of roses. Got multiple uses. Flavourings of cakes and pastries and syrups, and also decorative. Lovely seeds, coloured seeds. Beautiful. Le fleur de couleur. And it is indeed the Marche Central, the central market for flowers. Ibn Tumer. Oh, you can't eat avocados, you're a little puddy. Herbs as well. So near Marrakesh Plaza over there, you've got the main central post Morocco building, Morocco Telecom, Place Guilez, where I was going to come and see, or Guilez, I don't know how to say it. But unfortunately, it is closed. And yeah, so we're going to carry on down to the park district. Marrakesh Stadium football, I guess, yeah, football stadium. Looks like a good structure, loads of seating and stuff. Stade El Harti, and El Harti Park is where we're going, which is next door. So this is it, the beginnings of the Jardin El Harti. Lovely and cool. It is super peaceful outside the Medina and outside the busy areas. It may be the Marrakesh of old which is here, or just, you know, how life is, isn't it? There's no intention in a garden from the plant's point of view. It's just, yeah, let's get by, let's grow, man, let's fulfill our genetic destiny. Good to see the eucalypts. So they've got loads of like little irrigation ditches to carry the water to the plants. And a cactus section. Wow. Succulents. Super peaceful place. Pleasure to hear the bird song. Gorgeous. Favourite drink in Morocco, without a doubt, Orangina with the pulp. It's like Fanta, only much better, much more natural. Used to sell it in England, comes from France. Absolutely delicious. It's about, I don't know, $1.75 AUD. Highly recommended. So they leave all the food out, well, not all the food, but often you see couscous and bread put out. So the cat's obviously getting some chicken from the couscous. The birds will eat all the grains. Good stuff. It's 27 now, and there's going to be a top of 34 today. I think because of the amount of concrete here in the buildings, etc, etc, it just feels hotter. Like it radiates off the pavements and stuff. The beach areas feel cooler, but why are they cooler? I'm still drinking the same amount of water. Who knows? Anyway, I think it means that during the middle of the day and stuff, I'm going to be sitting on that roof garden chilling out. And there is nothing wrong with that. Lovely figs. Beautiful. Not ready to eat yet, but it's been an interesting walk. Seen quite a few zones down all the main roads, big hotels, fancy restaurants, people sitting, having lovely breakfast, etc, etc. Very nice. The world, wherever you go, they sprinkle some water around, and the world is good. Wet your fruit. Get your fruit wet, get it all spiced up a bit. Sell the meat straight away. Oh, fish as well. A long way from the ocean. Look at the jaws on that. Life in the Medina. This is the inside of the riad where I'm staying. Got the trip counter, trip office. I'm going to Ourika tomorrow. Looking forward to that. A bit of swimming. And these, I don't know, it's just beautiful. What a way to live. A garden inside your house, peace and quiet. Beautiful. And then we start the ascent to the upper floor, complete with shed. Hello, cat. Yeah, you're going up. Warm. Gorgeous. Plane taking off from Manara Airport. Good evening. So it's about 10 to 7. I've had a nice relaxing afternoon. It was much hotter today, like 5 degrees hotter than yesterday. So just been chilling out in the room, having a lie around, reading, you know, that kind of type of stuff, seeing where I'm going tomorrow, in the future, blah blah blah. And I was reading about the earthquake which happened in late 2023. I've read a few different things, but apparently about 3,000 people died in the mountains. But in the context of Marrakesh itself, you can see the buildings around which have been braced with scaffolding, particularly the older buildings, the forts and the Jemaa el Fna, and yeah, all around. So as we go around, if I find any of these buildings, I'll just put them on camera so you'll know what they are. But so yeah, a lot of these buildings are in quite a precarious state, and I think that brought it home to me when I was first moved into that room down there, because it looks like a load of rubble sort of patched together. But luckily, one night down and it hasn't crushed me to death, so it's all good. But yeah, wow, after a few hours peace and quiet, if you don't fit into the lively vibe, you know, people get straight up you. Keep it working, keep it busy. Fuck that. I think what it is, if you don't like conflict, don't come to Morocco. But you just got to be prepared to have your boundaries, you know what I mean? Keep your boundaries, which means if these mad cunts keep driving by, just got to, you know, stand your ground. Simple as that, isn't it? Never seen this section before, I don't remember it anyway, maybe I saw it years ago. This is the grass weaving basket section and weird hat section.
€1 for bag for the hat.
So yeah.
Hello, €1 my bag.
€1 for the hats and bags, can't be bad, eh? Lots of colours, lots of linen and yarn and all things woven. Coming to a high street near you soon, or probably via Temu. I noticed a few products here the boys have got off from Temu. Getting busier now. Jemaa el Fna. So the big minaret in the background there is full of scaffolding. You know what I was talking about, the earthquake and stuff. So they must have a massive repair job underway here. If the beginning of it is just like, you know, putting stuff or just keeping stuff safe, the actual repairs would take heaps of time, especially if it was all done with precision. That's pretty. I'm not fucking talking. No, not you, him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, calm down. Wow.
Well, why? So this is what it's like. If you get a camera out, it's like fucking 30 hats come out. How do they know what they're pointing at? Bunch of fucking narcissists. So this is what it's like. Beautiful Jemaa el Fna Square, 1,000 competing bands, 1,000 hungry mouths, 1,000 people with claims to your dirhams. Juice boys, happy boys. That's too crazy for me. I'm getting too old to travel, I can't do it anymore. I booked all these flights, what am I going to do? Oh no, tell a lie. Probably just need to do something different, you know what I mean? An example of a building being bolstered due to severe cracking. Oh man, that place would just fall apart. So I finally found a restaurant which I can tolerate paying the price for the veggies. Cafe Caravan. Seems decent, you know, the normal Moroccan comedy routines. Geezer licks an olive off your plate, eats it and then puts a stone back as if nothing happens, you know. I mean, like, what's going on? Welcome to Morocco, they say. It's not Morocco. Morocco's just a country. It's like welcome to Moroccan culture. So, vegetable tagine is here. Some good smells. It smells cheesy at the bottom. Sort of smell. Yeah. It's too hot to taste at the moment, but we'll get there. Definitely different spices. So I got near to the bottom of the tagine, and there was a lump of meat in there. I went ballistic. I nearly hit the geezer with a chair. He's threatening to call the police on me. I swear they do it on purpose. It's only a little bit of meat, sir. It's only a little bit of meat. I didn't give him nothing for the drink, nothing for the food, nothing. So fuck him. Yeah, so that woke me up, that's for sure. Anyway, you've got to call these people out. Otherwise, I mean, this place is turning into a fucking madhouse. Unless you go to like a $50 restaurant, you're getting fucking shit service. They're trying to push it all high-end here. Bullshit. Place ain't that good. It's a load of old fucking crumbling ruins, isn't it? Morning, roamers. Well, after all the difficulties of last evening, it's been a good morning. Got up, got myself a couple of rolls, a couple of bananas, but then I come outside and there's a dead cat. Poor little baby. There's a lot of vomit around it, so maybe food poisoning. But them's the breaks. And then there's another two over there that look like they're brothers and sisters, which makes it really sad. It looks terrified, the little one in the corner, so yeah. Life in North Africa. Well, it's just cats in it generally, you know. What do you do? But anyway, I'm getting ready for the trip. So yeah, going up to the Ourika Valley. So we're on our way to the Ourika Valley. Decent bus. Should be a nice drive. Have a look at the countryside. Chill out. Get out of the Medina. Isn't it? So roamers, this is what the beginnings of the Ourika Valley looks like. Stony, beautiful ochre coloured terrain. Just had to change my seats on the bus. I thought my hips were going to pop out, but you learn these things when you're 6'6" and you try and go on a group tour, aren't you? It's definitely different scenery. Nice waterfall. Very pleasant. So this is obviously a point where people come to stop, break in the valley, pick up a tagine, chill out, smoke stop. So just a quick stop at a woman's argan oil collective, showing you how they take the fruit from the trees and they grind it and they roast it for eating, or also leave them plain for cosmetics. The whole place looks like it's full of orchards. Apples, pears, peaches, ancient olive trees. Lovely little town. Nice and cool up here though. It's good to see where the rugs come from and all that stuff. This is where they're making it. Keeps people in business, doesn't it? I wonder if this area was the one. Just a bit of an impromptu car rally going by. Wonder what that's about. Wonder how far they're driving. The vehicles de Casablanca. There's some old ones there. Oh, old car collection. Wow. Big area for fossils and minerals by the looks of it. Of all descriptions. Lovely old village, isn't it? Be good to see one without tourist people coming through, but then I guess I wouldn't be there, would I? Because I'm a tourist. So we just got out of the bus, just deciding whether to go for a hike first or for lunch. Look at those mountains. Apparently the last snow fell last week, so we're going to go for a walk and then loads of places to have lunch. Pretty cool looking gaff. Seti Fatma is the name of the town apparently. Seti Fatma. Kevy's up in the Ourika Valley. He's doing good. It's really weird, the air is full of seeds and butterflies. The trees must be seeded. Cool place. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a busy old area. A lot of Moroccan looking people here as well. It's obviously a lovely place to visit. And the water is ice cold. Tagines station, getting ready for the lunch arrivals. Natural fridge, ice cold water cooling down the drinks. Good idea. People getting ready for their dress up celebrations. Bangles, all manner of stuff. Going up to the big vantage point. Oh, it's an exciting place. Crazy busy place. I'm surprised there's not a paramedic station halfway up. Nice views though. It's like communal exercise with tourism trainers. Waterfall, Ourika. So the question is, would you come up the goat path to the Ourika waterfall? It's a crazy scene. I like to come up here when there was no one here, just float around under that for a while. So that's it, another natural fridge with snow melt water refrigeration. So they've got these shops literally built all the way up the mountainside until the steepest bit. It's amazing. Every opportunity to sell and promote the culture. Awesome.
Comme ça sort là pour savon. Ça s'appelle Black and Decker. Black and Decker.
Early Black and Decker.
Fais des photos. Fais des photos.
So we come back down there, away from the horrendous walk, back to Rockland, Bridgeland. The guy was just saying this is a good season to visit, that it's actually quiet and it does get busier in the summer. So if you're booking ahead, look out. Outside the mad zone to find a better restaurant. Let's see what we can find. So I'm in restaurant Aziz Lau. Beautiful backdrop, snow up on the mountains, river, got a tagine, bit of you know, salads. Nice bread, olives. Very nice. So that was a delicious 3-course meal. Salad, tagine, and then like creme caramel and then a sponge cake for 80 dirhams. It's pretty good. So I'm just on my way back to the hotel after the trip, but just wanted to show you the bracing on these buildings. I mean that is just a huge amount of scaffolding to prevent collapse. There's no apparent cracks, but there's a massive bit of support. So back at the riad, had a good day out. Despite my misgivings at the beginning because it was pretty uncomfortable, but now it's a lovely cool breeze and I think it's time to watch a few movies and chill out for the rest of the day. Put some cream on my lip because it's really pissing me off, but you know, I'll get on to it, eh? Good morning, lovely people. So I hope you can hear me, but today we're going to just go for a general walk around. I've seen a few places on the map, Tinsmith Square, one of the gates at the edge of the souk. So I'm just on my way now to the river. I want to know what the river looks like, which one's at the side of Marrakesh. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and have a look at the river. Had a good kip last night, lovely morning. Let's get out there. We are. Here's a wood yard. Why do I find that fascinating? I don't know. Maybe they make charcoal in there or whatever, but there's a lot of barbecuing that happens in Marrakesh, so I find that wood yard interesting. I wonder if it's olive wood or what they do with it. Maybe they use it for carvings. Who knows? It's the beauty of it, isn't it? You get some answers and then you get more questions. So this rather splendid gate and area is called Bab Kashish. Bab meaning gate, I guess. I'm not sure, but there's a nice little park here and all that kind of stuff. So it's just what we want, isn't it? It's a bit of historical doodah, isn't it? The Sortie de Camions. Not quite sure what that means. Sortie de Camions? Maybe it's the bridge. But I am keen to see the river if we can. I don't know whether it's the other side of that big wall there in the distance, but we'll have to check out what we can access. Anyway, so the river's pretty dry, and I don't know when the last time was that water flowed through it, but it's a bit of a park here on the side, so I might go and have a look at that. The wall looks incredibly old and in a state of disrepair here, so it's a pretty interesting area, but so there you go, the Marrakech War, built in 1226 AD by the Caliph Ali ben Yusuf ben Tashfin. 9 kilometers long, varies in height between 18 and 19 meters and between 2 and 1.4 meters thick. Very impressive, and a very, very old wall. Jesus. My God, that looks like it could topple over it anyway. I'd love to get a level on that, eh? That is thick as, all just packed in with rock and stuff. Wow. Lord almighty. Looks like it's definitely organic, moving every day. Oh, there's people up here working on it. Bless, I shouldn't have said that, should I? They are repairing it, doing a wonderful job. So that area across the road there is called the Koutoubia Tower, and it looks like there's some nice accommodation over there. So I'm going to walk down past where they're working on the wall, doing a great job patching it up. They're not patching it up too perfectly either. They're just slapping the concrete in it, you know, just making sure it's strong. And so we're going to walk down to the next gate and go in through the entrance and then see what we find there. Project HQ. Looks like it started 8th September 2023. Massive job. I think that was actually after the earthquake. Yeah, that's when the earthquake was. So the ramparts that tours is the wall. So post earthquake, this is the big construction job. Good work. Anyway, so walk through a few gates just past the tannery area. I'm not going to go in there because of the chemicals and just the general non-vegetarianness of it, but yeah, this is the area where they process a lot of leather and make leather goods, etc, etc. There's loads on Google Maps about it if you want to get involved in all that. If you look at our tannery now, you've got to buy 700 bags and all that. No, it's not that bad, but I don't need any leather goods. And I've seen the pictures. It looks horrendous. And they're all over the world. They're in India and everywhere. So, you know, leather, to get a leather goods is a lot of work. So, yeah, we're going to give that one a miss. And look at the donkeys in the distance instead. I've got to keep my fingers off the screen. No worries. So now we're going to Tinsmith Square. I guess they do a lot of tinsmith work there. So I just popped into a place called Adam's Place for a falafel salad for breakfast. It was delicious. I went light on the bread as well so I can eat some more bread later, which is the way I like it. Nice spicy sauce. Delicious. Onward to Tinsmith. So once we get through this stuff, this is Tinsmith Square, so basically a home of all metalwork. Fancy, elaborate and practical as well. Locks, brass, it's not just tin, it's a whole range of stuff. So what we got, stalls around the periphery, cafes, whole range of stuff. Nice little area, not too dense, decent. Awesome cart rides, belts, bags and buckles. So on the other side of Jemaa el Fna Square now, and that is the tower and the huge amount of supportive scaffolding they've got on it. God, what a job. Oh, that's good. They've got some drone shots of what it's like inside. So, a little bit more of an overview. It all feels very clinical today. Feels like, oh, I'm ticking off this bit and that bit. I mean, you know me, I'm just having a bit of a laugh really, but it's good to see all these things. Because this is got one day here, another day tomorrow, and then off to the next place the day after. Internal structure. So I wonder if it's leaning to the right or left or whatever, or they're just what they're gonna do with it. Big job. There's one bloke up there.
Now it's closed. Ramadan is open here.
Okay, sir, thank you. Oh yeah, the first Koutoubia Mosque. Interesting. Open at Ramadan, he said. Wow. How on earth did they carve them stones? It took a long time. That's a thick wall, isn't it? That's the 4 metre thick, 4 to 9 metres thick, depending on where it's placed. So walking down from El Koutoubia Mosque, you have the Cyber Park Arset Moulay Abd Salam. Lush, green and verdant. Harbour of fruits comestibles. So it's your edible fruit section, I guess. Celtis australis. I don't know what the trees are exactly, but I know someone did mention on the reviews that they do signpost the trees if you're interested in what exactly they are. So let's see how true that is. Walking over to a tree, and we have plumbago, which is the blue flower there. I used to grow that when I was a gardener in Australia, which is really nice. And it gets kind of sticky as well. It breaks off and sticks to you. The cyberspace park. I don't know why they call it the cyberspace park. I was thinking of, you know, things about the internet and that type of stuff. So yeah, loads of citrus. They have a lot of citrus on the sides of the streets in Morocco. I was walking along the other day, and most of the fruit had been picked up to a height. Being tall, there was fruits left that I could reach, and I took an orange or a mandarin, not sure what it was, peeled it and started to eat it. It was the most intense citrus flavour. It was almost like super sour. Oh, it's incredible. But I suppose you have to add a little bit of sugar or wait until they ripen a bit more. But there's fruit available on literally every street, you know, when they're ripe, obviously. But it's a good thing if you were starving and that, eh? Oh, this is the best kept park I've seen. Shaped hedges, gorgeous. And just out there you've got Beep Central. Maybe it's a place where they have internet, where you can sit and do remote work or whatever. G'day. Anyway, so I'm guessing that the cyberspace component is a kind of a learning component. This place is sponsored by Morocco Telecom, so that might have something to do with it as well. So this little section here is talking about drainage systems which they use to irrigate arid land. So you've got the little diagram there. We used to call it the water cycle at school. So the rain comes down, but then they dig wells and the rain goes into the oasis, etc, etc. There's wells along the way, and then there's a composting section, etc. So yeah, stuff that grows in the local areas. Chickpea bush, never seen them before. Pois chiche, aubergine, lentils, etc. And so there's a certain amount of information in the park. Maybe there's like QR codes and that type of stuff, so you can learn as you're walking and relaxing. No, that was all wrong. There is a learning component, but that is the cyber e-space. People sitting around using their mobile phones, sucking up data. Awesome. Go Moroccan Telecom. I'm using Moroccan Telecom. It's been pretty faultless actually so far. 30 days of data. I think it was like 20 gigs or 200 gigs for 200 dirhams. Very affordable. Quality service. So after a hot day, we're out in a restaurant. I'm going for spicy eggplant tagine, olive plate, vegetable soup, bread. Nice place, very spacious inside. Let's tuck her on. Yeah, thank you mate. Let's have a review there. Oh, spicy eggplant, got potatoes in it, lovely soup, delicious. So the soup is kind of blended lentils, and the spicy eggplants is just fantastic, really tasty. And it's got like a blended vegetable sauce in it as well. Good chefs here, I reckon. Yeah, that was some hot, wholesome food. So I just had a lovely tagine, nice vegetable tagine.
Onion, with fruit,
No,
very nice.
the prunes.
Only
This is
Syrian
citron?
chicken. Yeah, with chicken.
Oh, yum. Delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious
This
flavours.
Tagine meat prawns.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's Tagine.
Freshly cooked.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you very much.
No worries. So, I've had me tagine, soup and me olives. That was delicious. I don't know how I packed it all in. It seemed like a massive amount of food, but it's only vegetables. And I need to eat meat and peanuts for protein and all that. Normally if I'm in Asia it's like tofu, eggs, well not so much eggs, but tofu and nuts and all sorts of other protein, but here it's like massive amounts of vegetables and the bread, a bit of calcium, a bit of cheese, and yeah, to make sure you get a balanced diet. I haven't had much fruit today and I felt like low energy, so I've got to make sure I keep eating fruit. So yeah, but this is Jemaa el Fna, you know, you stop looking at me. The immensity of it all. Good morning, roamers, and it is our last day in Marrakesh at this particular time. Woke up again this morning, you know, the smell of piss in the room. Have to quickly avoid my emotions and think, yes, it's because you're in a developing country, you're staying in a cheap hotel, sewage systems are pushed, blah blah blah, etc etc. It's just a little bit annoying, but one more day. There is a silver lining. So yeah, it's just a little bit annoying. Went up onto the roof, thought, oh, I'll go up and sit up on the roof. The roof's nice view. There's all meat strewn around where they're feeding the cats, and then there's like cat shit all over the sunbed and cat piss, you know. The other day it was a dead cat. What's wrong with them? I don't realise, like, get rid of the cats. What's the affinity for cats? They can't afford to feed them, they can't afford to look after them, they're all half dead or dying, so it's really strange. But anyway, that's my little rant. So I think yeah, I think I have to be a tad more selective, or for a place like that, you know, one night, 2 nights at most. Maybe even if I'm staying in cheap hostels, just swap around a bit, because then if you land a shitter, then at least you know it's only for one night. That's all about I've got to say about. Oh, and then the other thing is, I booked some tickets thinking I booked them for May, and I booked them for July, so they're probably all non-refundable, so that's another $25 I've wasted, but that is part of travelling as well. I'll have to make it back. Bread and water today, no more meals. Yeah, so there's me, you know, like walking around, the forecast on poverty, you know, my diagnosis and all that. How lucky am I? I mean, I actually get to choose to come to these places and live how I want, you know, within budget and stuff. Whereas other people, this is their lived reality day after day, even for the cats. You know, maybe people feed cats because they can't look after themselves so well. Who knows? I don't know what it is, but it's a crazy world we live in. I'm just lucky to be who I am. I mean, I bloody worked hard to travel, so yeah. I think this area is a flea market where they buy and sell second-hand goods. It's pretty laid back. I think you just wander through and choose what you want. But you know, it's all cool. No, don't take the piss, Kev. Come on, mate. Anyway, so what am I doing today? I am just walking to a few places of interest that I've seen. I'm heading along the wall to the north of the city, you know, so I've literally walked around the 9 kilometers of the Medina over the past few days, looked at all the different gates and stuff. And yeah, so this north side, apparently there's a flea market, some historical gates to look at, but really I'm just kind of relaxing today because journey onward tomorrow. So yeah, just making sure I've seen it all. I've just walked away from the garbage tip there. No, I mean the market. Well, I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? See all these birds here that live in the, I don't know whether they're like aeration holes or drainage holes or vents in the walls. Look like swifts or swallows. There's lots of them. So this is kind of a vintage second-hand area, souk Khamis Brocante, or the Malay vintage store. It's near the state building of Marrakesh and Sefi. So there's a whole range of different stuff here. Different kind of stores, furniture, brickbats, decor, that kind of stuff. Pretty cool looking place if you want to shop for your house. Certainly pretty random. Clothing, motorbikes, rugs, beds, it's all here. I think that's it really, isn't it? It's the overriding freedom. That's why I feel so gracious, because you ultimately realise that even if you hate somewhere, you can move on, and it's a choice. And for other people it's not a choice, it's their life. So I am very grateful. Bit of metal work, throat, bit of this, bit of that. Birds are flying, roamers. I'm up on the roof doing the report, the evening report from Morocco. No dead cats, that's a good thing. No shit anywhere. They seem to have cleaned up a bit, and we're having a look at the sunset. So I'm coming back to Morocco as a transit point, well not Morocco, to Marrakesh. You know, I don't know how long it is as a transit point, but for now this is it. I've had a good day, relaxed, read, had I think all that kind of thing, and yeah, getting ready to check out tomorrow and move on to the next place. So as they say, I think I'm going to end this one here. So yeah, I just wish it had cleared up so I could see the mountains and show you the mountains in the distance. There's a pretty good kind of view, but nothing like it is when you can see the snow and stuff. But I guess there's too much haze. Mind you, the birds are looking pretty cool, flying around, swifts and swallows, catching the insects and all that type of stuff. So yeah, so I hope it's been interesting. Little view of Morocco. I know I don't do that stuff. I want to go and see the fancy gardens and all that. Tune elsewhere. Anyway, that's all for now. Goodbye from Marrakesh. Noggins Homes out. Bye bye.